Why you need a success circle and not a pity party. Let's be honest, not everyone clapping for you is cheering for your growth. Some people love you as long as you stay the same. But the moment you start dreaming bigger, they get uncomfortable. Have you ever noticed that? When you're struggling, there's always someone ready to listen to your complaints. But when you start winning, those same people get quiet. That's why you have to choose your circle wisely. Today, I want to talk to you about why you need a success circle and not a pity party. This message isn't just for business owners, it's for anyone who's serious about growth, peace, purpose, and achieving success in their life. Because who you surround yourself with will shape your mindset, your habits, and your results. You see, when Joan and I started a home care agency a little over 20 years ago, we didn't know a single person in the business. We had no connections, no mentors, just a dream and a little over $12,000 in a credit card loan that we had secured to launch our business. We worked hard, but we're surrounded by people who didn't understand what we're building. They loved us, but their advice came from fear, not faith. They'd say things like, "Are you sure this will work out?" Or, "Maybe you should stick to something safer. Don't quit your day job." We also heard, "You have no business experience. How can you run an agency successfully?" That was a big one. "This is too risky. You both have full time jobs, three young kids. Where will you find time?" One friend even said, "You guys, this is a big gamble." At first, we listened to them. These were close friends and some family members, people whose opinions we valued. And for a short while, we doubted ourselves. But then we realized our dream of building a successful home care agency to serve lots of seniors was given to us by Almighty God. It has been said that when He calls you, He equips you. We also realized that if we wanted to grow, we needed to be around people who were also growing and making things happen. That single decision, changing our circle, changed our future. It really did. Now, let's start with what a pity party really is. A pity party is when people surround themselves with people who make you feel comfortable in your struggle instead of challenging you to rise above it. They'll help you rehash your challenges, reminding you how unfair everything is and that none of it is your fault. They'll say things that make you feel like the world is against you and there's nothing you can do to change it. I remember when we hit our first major challenge in our home care agency, a month when payroll was due, and we did not have enough money to cover payroll. I mentioned it to a friend, hoping for encouragement. He said, "Well, maybe it's a sign you should slow down or find a regular job." Sometimes people say things like that because they care. You see, but caring and helping aren't the same things. Encouragement lifts you, pity traps you. If you want to go far, you can't sit in circles that feed your fear. You need people who feed your faith, people who help you see options instead of obstacles. They look at solutions instead of excuses. That's what you want. You need people who push you to be resourceful, not people who keep reminding you of what you don't have or don't know. People who talk about possibilities, not problems. People who tell you that you can make it happen, not that you should quit while you still can. So, if pity parties hold you back, what does a success circle really look like? You see, a success circle is a group of growth minded people, the ones who challenge you, stretch you, and remind you who you're becoming. They're not impressed by your excuses, they're inspired by your effort. They'll clap for your wins, but also call you out when you're playing small. When John and I joined our first mentorship program years ago, it felt uncomfortable. We were suddenly surrounded by people who were way ahead of us, people who were running big agencies, building stronger systems, and thinking on a new level. You know what? That discomfort was good for us. It pulled us higher. We started learning faster, thinking bigger, and believing more deeply in what was possible for us and our agency. Your success circle doesn't have to be big. In fact, smaller is often better. You just need people who believe in growth, not gossip, who push you when you start coasting, who share ideas instead of complaints, who see potential in you even when you can't see it in yourself. Those people are gold. And the truth is, you don't stumble into a success circle by accident. You build it on purpose. Building a success circle takes intention. Here are a few steps that helped us, and that can help you too. Step one, be honest about who is in your ear. Ask yourself, who do I spend the most time with? Do they lift my energy or do they drain it? Do they push me to dream bigger or talk me out of it? Sometimes the first step to building a better circle is realizing which voices shouldn't have as much access to you anymore. Now, you don't have to cut people off completely. Just create boundaries, if you will. Boundaries. Protect your energy like your business depends on it, because you know what? It does. Step number two, seek out people who are further ahead than you are. You see, when John and I started investing in coaching and mentorship, we noticed something powerful. Successful people think differently about everything: time, money, leadership, even failure. They don't dwell on problems, they look for solutions, possibilities. They don't complain about competition, they welcome it and innovate in the process. And that kind of thinking is contagious, folks. If you want to grow, get around people who stretch your perspective. People with a can do attitude who talk about possibilities and solutions, not limitations. Step number three, contribute as much as you receive. A success circle isn't just about taking advice, it's about also giving value. You want to share what you know, celebrate others' wins, encourage someone who's just getting started. Be an encourager, uplift others, share your experience to light another person's candle so we can all see brighter. The more you pour into others, the more you'll grow yourself. Step number four, stay accountable. Accountability is the secret. You want to have people in your circle who check in on your progress, who ask, did you follow through? At Premier Home Care Success, we tell our clients this all the time. Without accountability, even the best goals fade into good intentions. Success circles turn ideas into action because they keep you honest and consistent. Accountability starts at home. We keep each other on track with weekly meetings to review our goals, tasks, and deadlines. We call it our accountability tracker. It's just a simple Google Sheet listing our tasks, due dates, and who's responsible. That helps us stay focused and we'll be able to follow through that way. And that's the key. Accountability isn't about checking boxes. It's about keeping your goals alive week after week. And once you've built your circle, something powerful starts to happen to you. Your mindset begins to change. When you surround yourself with the right people, your thinking expands. You stop asking, can I do this? You start asking, how can I do this? You begin to see obstacles as opportunities. Setbacks become lessons, and success starts to feel inevitable, not accidental. And I often say this to our coaching clients: you can't grow $1 million vision inside a $100,000 mindset. Your circle either limits that vision or helps it grow. We saw this firsthand. The moment we changed our environment, attending events, joining masterminds, connecting with growth minded leaders, our business took off. Not because we suddenly became smarter, but because we surrounded ourselves with people who believed it was possible, and they helped us believe it also. Faith is contagious, so is fear. Choose wisely which one you let into your circle. So if you're serious about growth in business, leadership, or in life, here's the truth you cannot ignore. You can't build success alone. Success is not a solo project. Even the strongest leaders, a circle that sharpens them and believes with them. If you try to build your dream in isolation, burnout will catch up with you. But when you build it with community, you last longer, go further, and you enjoy it even more. That's why John and I created the Premier Home Care Success Coaching Community, to be that circle for home care owners who want more than survival. In our community, you'll find people just like you, passionate, committed, and ready to grow. We'll share strategies, hold each other accountable, and progress together. You'll find encouragement, not excuses. Solutions, not sympathy. A hand up, not a handout. Because that's what real success circles do. They help you rise. If you've been sitting in circles that drain your energy or feed your doubts, it's time for a change. Don't settle for a pity party when you are built for a success circle. Surround yourself with people who remind you of your potential, not your pain. People who see possibilities, not problems. People who call out the greatness in you even when you forget it's there. If you're ready to grow with that kind of energy, John and I would love to welcome you into our Premier Home Care Success Coaching Community. Together, we'll help you build the systems your agency needs to grow, strengthen your mindset and leadership confidence, connect with other winners who understand the journey and want to see you win. So click the link below to book your free strategy session with one of our elite coaches. Let's talk about your goals, your next steps, and the success circle you are meant to lead, to grow, and to thrive with the right people by your side. Let's build your success circle together.